Hello, everyone. It's Ryan here, and today is 4th of June, 2021, Friday. It's day 15. So, welcome all, and thank you for watching my Rethink and Develop 100 Days Self Created Internship. R&D 100 Days starts with rethinking, followed by development. Today is day 15, the second week of Rethink. And parallel to last week, I'll be rethinking about carbs and our health. So, first, I want to draw to the attention of our medical development. That includes things like vaccines, that includes things like medicine in like pharmaceuticals, hospitals, um, and it is that our development is really good because the investment is so high, right? We pay so much for insurance for American health care and the insurance, right? We invest so much money into that. Um, the U.S. spends more on healthcare as a share of the economy, and that is twice as much as the average OECD country. Um, OECD stands for the countries in the Commonwealth Fund, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Excuse me. Um, so it mainly compares these countries, right? Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Holland, New Zealand, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, and the UK, right? And the OECD compares to that of other 36 high income member countries. The US spends a lot more on hospitals, Medicare, medical things like that, right? We also spend a lot of money on agricultural development, like grains and soybeans and all that. And also, that leads to major changes in the environment, like I discussed before, right? And these changes, they come from the aid of the most macro scale, which is the United Nations, and they also come in from the U.S. government as well. And when things come from the U.S. government, those are paid by us, by me and you, right? These are great major investments, and a big portion of our salary goes to taxes that fund these. A major fund goes to social security insurance. A major part of our salary goes to insurance, right? So the investment goes up, and the medical technology and innovation has gone up, which may sound good at first, right? But unfortunately, sadly, it is a it is a inverse relationship, right? The increase in the investments don't match up with our health, right? So why is our health not developed yet at all, right? But instead, it has seemed to have gotten worse, right? In terms of gotten worse in the USA at least, right? With the obesity, heart attacks, heart problems, diabetes, liver and kidney failures, high blood pressure, and cancer. And besides of that, the environment is also going to crap as well, as we can see from the pollution and all that, right? Here are some stats for you. The U.S. The obesity rate just for adults stands at 42.4%, which is almost half the adult population. Can you think of half of some countries' population being dangerously obese? The national rate has passed the 40% mark. Can you believe that? This is further proof of the country's obesity crisis, right? Since 2008, 10 years ago, the national adult the obesity rate has increased by 26%. So it has doubled since then. 10 years from now, what will it be? 90%? 100%? It's time to start thinking of that, right? And the the U.S. spends the most on healthcare, but yet we have the lowest life expectancy and highest suicide rates among the 11 countries that I just listed out, right? So more money, but more suicide rates and less health. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? We use the most expensive technologies compared to other countries, right? Um, and we have the highest number of hospitalizations from preventable causes and the highest rate of avoidable deaths. Just say again, the environment is not doing too well also. So when we need to rethink our health, the things that are supposed to help and that we pay for, they don't really help us at the end, right? They only help us when we're in trouble. They don't aren't really good at preventing, right? Allergies and viruses, they still come and disrupt our health. We see with this even the COVID-19, and we have peanut allergies here in the US and a bunch of allergies to nuts, right? We need to rethink our health in that we cannot put our own health in the doctor's hand and other external factors, right? Why would you trust a doctor to take charge of our health so that things will go wrong, right? Let's say doctors are useless, but doctors are for illness or surgery, and instead we should take control of our own health, right? Now we need to pay attention to our three meal choices: eat, drink. We need to match it with what our body needs, right? Do we really understand the initial concept of our health, of doing it for our health? We need to take back our own health, right? Stopping. Oh, my health is my doctor's control. My health is my doctor's charge, right? That's their job. Well, not really, right? Would you put a mechanic in charge of your car all the time, right? And there's two types of sugars, right? And that sugars, as I talked about before, bring us many trouble and sickness. Again, I'm saying this because of our misconception of health before, and that we need to understand what our body needs, right? We need to rethink that. So it's time to change this concept. We need to ask ourselves and go to the original organic cellular knowledge, right? We need to build up the organic, the immune system, right? We need to think now, where does the fuel and energy and battery of our current cells come from? If we don't got good cells, all that's going to take over is dead cells and cancer cells. So we need good fuel to power good cells, because bad fuel will only power bad cells. If cell has a good battery to fight off the disease, the organic immune system, then where does that fuel come from? Let's think about that for today. If it has good fuel, then our cell can fight and protect us, right? Can make T cells or B cells and all that. And especially with today's COVID-19 virus, we have seen that our cells have been destroyed. Right? COVID-19 can destroy our cells, and we can't fight it off, right? It's rapidly infecting us and destroying us from the inside. So we need to rethink and discuss, okay? Our cells need a good fuel and battery to fight our sicknesses. How do we get those to walk towards our good health? How do we get those good fuel? I'll talk about that tomorrow. And thank you guys for watching. Today is day 15 on rethinking our health, taking back control of our health. See you guys tomorrow.